Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to once again the Viewpoints with me, your boy the man, NJ to the city with the number 2 and TO. Let's go into the Viewpoints show, pretty much analyst show, by the way. And by the way, the scores for college football today is Wake Forest successfully, and I watched parts of that game. Wake Forest, Texas A&M lost to Wake Forest 55-52. ASU, Arizona State University, lost to North Carolina State 52-31. I wish I had watched that, but I didn't know which channel that was on, I don't think. Kentucky lost to Northwestern by 1 point, and I totally watched the ending of that as well. That was amazing. That was totally amazing, the way they lost that, if you ask me. But again, God bless Kentucky, God bless God bless Northwestern, and God bless on Northwestern's team this year, number 41, Mr. Jared McGee, who I saw on TV towards the end of the game when they was in a huddle in the middle of the field. He was leading the team prayer, I would say so. So God bless him for doing that. Mr. 41 on Northwestern's football team for 2017, Mr. Jared McGee. If I'm correct, that's what he was doing. He was leading team prayer, praying over everybody, so forth and so forth. So God bless him. I look forward to giving him a shout out for doing exactly that and all the other great works that I'm pretty sure he has done past, present, and future for the team, for the community, and so forth, to better everything. You get the point. So yeah, I will definitely shout him out in some songs, by the way, for real. That's one of the top reasons why I watch all the sports that I do watch. I'm not saying I watch sports every day, but it's one of the top reasons why I do watch all the sports that I watch. For Pacific people with either Pacific last names, Pacific first names, and Pacific talents and abilities, and as well for Pacific things that they're doing on and off the field that that I can use to shout them out in a future song. Another reason why I watch the sports that I watch. But so forth and so forth. By the way, what's on right now is New Mexico State University's game versus Utah State. Actually, nope, that game just ended. That game ended in final overtime. New Mexico State won 26-20, and the game that's currently on right now is USC and Ohio State University. I will again. This game is, and keep in mind, this is just the first half, not the first quarter. First half, second quarter just started. But God bless USC on hopefully winning this game. At least I want them to win this game because if I'm not mistaken, how do I put this? Because right now they're losing 17-0, and the good thing is again you have a second half, so you have a half to go into the locker rooms and figure things out, and hopefully come back out bigger, badder, and better. So hopefully they do win. They do come back and win this game because 17-0. Again, it might not seem a lot initially, but again, you got to realize how much did it take for you to even score that touchdown. How much does it take for you to march down that field and score the touchdown each and every time, so forth and so forth. And God bless Sam Darnold, whether he goes to the NFL or he stays in college. But totally, if he goes but I think him going to the NFL or registering for the NFL draft is probably going to depend on this game, whether he wins or loses this game. Because you got to realize Sam Darnold's his not his growth and development, but his love and passion for USC is so deep and so good and so strong. Where trust me, if he doesn't win this game, there's a good chance he's going to stay at USC because again, I'm pretty sure he wants to be in. I'm pretty sure he wants to, as long as he's eligible for it. I'm pretty sure he wants to get his team, his squad team, get the point to the to the national championship. He wanted to be in that Final Four. So trust me, if he doesn't win this game, I think. This is just my opinion, by the way. Just my opinion. By the way, as an analyst, I want to be different than any other analyst out there, by the way, because I don't believe in completely doubting these kids the ways a lot of the people do, and then looking stupid when they prove you wrong, and having to backtrack everything that you ever said. I don't believe in doing that. I really don't. I don't believe in being the typical analyst when it comes to that. That's just me. Because like I said, even with Miss Lovely, talented, beautiful, and gorgeous, again, I just did a video on her, so I'm thinking to myself, why can I not remember her name now? Justina Valentine, I believe, right? Justina Valentine or Valentine. Yeah, Justina Valentine. Just like her when it comes to her music career, her rap singing career, you get the point. I have a habit of saying you get the point. Probably because, like I said, I'm saying the same thing just in, 2-3 different, phrases and words. So that's why I have a habit of saying that. But, just like with her and her music career, again, I just listened to the first 3 songs of her tape. First 3. It didn't take me long. I just listened to the first 3 songs on her tape, and everything. It represented everything of, like I said, when it comes to, again, trials and tribulations and what she had to get through and her journey and all that. You get the point. All of it. You know what? I do have a habit of saying you get the point. But, yeah, God bless her career. Like I said, y'all can go back to that previous video where I shouted her out, or y'all can go to my Twitter and look at the 2 tweets that I tweeted out about her, because, like I said, these cycles can't end, and I do believe in this. I mean the cycles of putting kids through some of these unnecessary, if you ask me personally, unnecessary trials and tribulations, and so forth and so forth. It can end, and I do believe, with certain other people's help, it's going to end, because we need to really start believing in these kids better, more, and start putting them in better predicaments to succeed. Like, we can end these cycles of addiction, abuse, suicide. We can end drunk driving, being, all these topics that I can't fully name all of them, but you get the point. All these topics of which, we can end all these cycles is my biggest point to make at this very moment. We can end all these cycles. You just have to, like I said, every step, calculated step. How is this going to mess up my tomorrow? So forth and so forth. At least if you ask me, probably I guess you could say, again, from the outside looking in, it's not hard to end these cycles. You just, again, calculated moves. Think about what's truly right or wrong. And meditate on God, meditate on Jesus, and so forth and so forth. And what's going to put you in the best state to, accomplish your dreams and help change the world and help better yourself, everyone around you, your family, generations to come. You get the point. I'm probably going to make an album titled You Get the Point, because I'm saying that too much. Honestly, too much. Again, I'm just saying, like you see, I'm obviously saying somewhat the same thing, just in different phrases and different words. But I definitely have a habit in saying you get the point, because I'm saying it in different ways, And I've said this, what I'm about to say, I've said this again in other previous videos. Everything I'm preaching, I know for a fact I believe for a fact, it's said and preached in millions and millions and millions of sermons out there. But, like I said before, you can go back to my other video, my first video that I posted today about that. Actually, I don't even know when I'm going to post this video, but you can go back to the video that said Daily Sermon, Find Yourself. How to find yourself. That's the video which I preached about this in. Because I don't want to spend the rest of my time getting into all that when, I did already say it in the other video, and then then I really wouldn't get back to everything I was just saying. But yeah, God bless Sam Darnold, because like I said, I'm just saying, I don't want to be an analyst that doubts these kids to the tooth, nail to the bone. I don't want to be one of these analysts that doubts them that much and then looks silly and have to backtrack on everything and admit they were wrong when these kids prove them wrong. We need to be more constructive critics, more constructive analysts. And instead of just being so quick to say you ain't, you get the, I'm pretty sure you get the word that I'm trying to say there. Instead of being so quick to say that stuff, and what I mean about being more constructive critic, being a more constructive analyst, like especially if you can afford to, or not even afford to, but especially if you can find the time to hit this person up online or meet them in person and talk to them about this stuff. Again, lay out their potential, lay out what they can and can't, what you believe they can and cannot do with certain things and certain places and environments with certain abilities. And, I'm just saying there's ways to be a more constructive analyst, more ways to be a constructive critic. Because in many cases, it's just amazing how many critics keep getting proven wrong daily. And I mean, again, daily. Critics and analysts keep getting proven wrong daily. And I have to backtrack on these statements daily. So forth and so forth. So it has everything to do with the art of doubting, which means to a certain degree, if you're going to doubt, know what you're saying. Make sure there's evidence to back it up. But again, towards the end, middle to end, because in the middle, again, you need to choose somewhere in those three, the beginning, middle, and end. You need to, or all three, need to be core bases of good, bad, and some triumph. Because especially if you're going to critique any of these young kids, my personal ask to you is, know what you're saying, but put some triumph in there for these kids in the future. Give them something faithful, joyous, happy, appreciative, to be appreciative of and believe in, so they can accomplish and soar to great heights and great lengths, and they can accomplish great things. Because they are the future of everything God first great. You understand my point. The true thing I meant to focus on in this video had everything to do with, if I'm not mistaken, about ending the cycles and about how a lot of analysts doubt these kids and then have to backtrack on it, over and over and over again. Because it's just amazing how left and right a majority of these analysts and critics keep getting proven wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong. Because God bless the NFL, but in many cases the NFL is doing the exact same thing with its GMs and its coaches not picking up certain players, and giving them a chance. And I mean a long-term chance. I don't mean a fly-by chance of like 2 or 3 plays. I mean a long-term chance of like, a full game or even a full season. It's amazing. At least if you ask me, it's amazing. But again, USC is still losing 17-0. I hope that USC does win this game. Whether Sam Darnold does or not go into the NFL draft, I absolutely wish him the absolute best. Because whatever team he goes to in the NFL, whether this year or next year, obviously, whether it's 2018, 2019, whichever team he goes to, I can assure you that he's going to be a lights-out player. He's going to carry that team to the playoffs. Somewhere within his first 3 years, he's going to carry them to the playoffs. And not only will he carry that team to the playoffs, but he will as well, like I said, because you'd be like, how's he going to carry them to the playoffs? Because from the tape that I've watched from Sam Darnold, he's somewhat like a Baker Mayfield when it comes to, they know how to get that ball down the field. They know how to move the offense to get the ball into the end zone, And if not all the time, at least a majority of the game, they know how to do that. They are really good sharpshooters. They take those chances, and they're not afraid. And they just they play with some good aggression and some good. I want to say, actually I need to look that word up before I start using it. But they play with some good aggression, good attitude, good I would say good overall mindsets, and you get the point. But So by the way, God bless everybody's Christmas 2017 Christmas. Again, more music for me coming very, very soon. Like I said, I will totally shout out Miss Justina Valentine and some music because, like I say, just a tremendous young lady. And God bless her arm, heart, and soul. I really do look forward to hopefully meeting her one day, doing some music with her, and hopefully becoming one of her best friends. And it's just going to be all beautiful and light up at the end of the day. So forth and so forth. And trying to find anything else I can say. 14 minutes into this, by the way. Other than that, like I said, again, said it again. Well, so I'm going to say it again. More new music coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. And I really mean more new music coming soon. Like Valley Ridge Academy's album. I got Heart and Soul. I got Welcome to the Game. I got New Year's resolutions. I got some albums, ladies and gentlemen. I got some albums. Glory and Grace. Higher Morals. And everything I'm saying is the album title, that if it's not coming out within the next 2 days, it's coming out next year, 2018. Bailey Patterson's album titled The Grace, with her tribute album. So again, shout out, God bless, ladies and gentlemen. More the viewpoints coming soon. More NJ to the city.